Speaking behind the scenes, what does that mean? Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that. We'll do it after the 30. What's up, Charlene Johnson? I saw you first, and then I see my member. Let me highlight my member, Michelle. What's up, Michelle? And I want to thank my membership because let me tell y'all something. Membership means that you just like to support me and you ain't trying to give me a super chat or a cash app all the time. You just do it monthly. We appreciate you. So, again, thank you, members. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Michelle. All the members, I appreciate you all. Thank you. So y'all come on in the room. It's morning. So I have to get to the church because we are actually feeding the people who are at the Pride event. So we're having a Pride breakfast at the church. So we get on over here and feed the children at the church. So I know I'm up a little early, and that's why I'm usually up at 8 o'clock, going to church at 9 o'clock. But we feeding the people at 8. So I'm like, let me get my tail ready. You about to go to Starbucks? You about to do your Starbucks run? I get you. Well, y'all, I'm gonna be very brief on today, and I know a lot of people are not up this early, so I guess they'll catch the replay. But let me talk about speaking up behind the scenes. All of the content creators that I know that I'm personally involved with, they speak behind the scenes. But it depends on what you're speaking behind the scenes about. Let me tell you what I spoke behind the scenes because everybody does it, but this is the catch. This is what gets you in trouble. During that situation with Bama Girl, thinking about doing another show, and all of that stuff, I spoke behind the scenes. And I spoke behind the scenes with Shelly. Shelly wasn't feeling it. I said, well, Shelly, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And if I don't hear from these people by XYZ time, then I'm moving on. I spoke behind the scenes with Shelly. Now, I spoke behind the scenes knowing that everything that I said to Shelly, I could repeat it on these YouTube streets, which I did. I speak behind the scenes with a lot of people. But if you can't say it on YouTube, or if you can't say it to the person, then you don't need to be saying it. That's the whole thing. So it's not anything wrong with speaking behind the scenes. The problem comes when you're speaking behind the scenes, but the stuff you're talking about, you wouldn't say it to the other person. That's where the problem comes in. And I think that's where a lot of content creators get messed up. If you can't say it on YouTube, if you have not said it on YouTube, or if you cannot say it to the person, then you don't need to say it. Because talking behind the scenes only becomes a liability when you done said something that you wouldn't say to somebody else. And that's when it becomes a problem. There's nothing wrong with talking behind the scenes. There's nothing wrong with talking behind the scenes. Now, I don't talk behind the scenes to plan a storyline. Now, that was given to me once where somebody wanted to have a fake beef, and I'm like, absolutely not, because I don't do fake beefs. If we are at odds, we are at odds for real. Or somebody done triggered it, but I don't do fake beefs. Another thing is somebody wanted to attack somebody who I, kind of liked, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. So there are a lot of things, you all, that people do. They talk behind the scenes and they mess up. Y'all give me a minute. Y'all, I'm back. I'm back. So anyway, you all, as I was saying, talking behind the scenes is not bad. It depends on what you're talking about. And some people are talking about things that they shouldn't be talking about. Thank you. Appreciate it. So that's the problem. I had to get my little coffee. Lord Jesus. Mm. Ooh, they did this one right. Ooh, they did this one right. Mm. Mm. Ooh, they did this right. They did this coffee right here. My God. Mm. Oh my goodness, it's good. Yes, Lord. Anyway, so as I was saying, there's nothing wrong with talking behind the scenes. So I'm gonna be quite honest. I talked to some content creators behind the scene. I talked to one content creator behind the scene just yesterday. No, 2 days ago. A very popular beef sector content creator. And I let this content creator know that there are no friends on YouTube. I let that content creator know that be wary of people who are in your business and trying to be your friend. I told that content creator, you see on Mad Day, people don't care. They're going to throw the kitchen sink. And even when you try not to go there with them on Mad Day, they still going to press your buttons because they want to do everything and say everything about you. But then when you start talking about them, they're going to get mad. So I said it's best not to do things personally with people. And I said that content creators are content creators. And long as you got a platform and they got a platform, then there's or somebody's going to see the advantage, even though I don't think it's an advantage, of using you for content by spilling your tea. And people will hold stuff until it's time and then they'll let it out. So I told that content creator, please do not get in these alliances and all of this stuff because all of that is to hold you back so you won't talk about somebody. And it's always a control mechanism. And somebody always is going to be the winner in the alliance. And I had that conversation. And I told that person, if I get in your personal business, then you really need to be wary because we can talk about YouTube things, but I told that person, if I cannot say to you what I've already said on YouTube or what I'm going to say on YouTube, or if I can't say it to that person that I'm talking about, then you need to be wary. So I had that conversation, and that's real. And that's talking behind the scenes to me. Now, if I see something crazy on YouTube, like that Corella situation, honey, we had a good old kiki about that. Oh, yes, we did. We had a nerves to kiki about that because that was funny as hell. But I had a kiki online when I was on. So that you got to be careful when you're talking behind the scenes. But when you plotting and plan and trying to take people down and doing flag competitions, and then you in trouble. And this is why I can't understand when I hear certain content creators talk about certain other content creators. I'm like, well, damn, what did y'all talk about? I mean, you trust that person with that information? Are you serious? And to be honest, you all, I really don't want to know people's lives because some people got some real jacked up lives and some things you don't want to know about. And I, you know, and that's when you tell people you need to go get help. You need to go see a counselor. Now, talking behind the scenes got bad because people were telling their true feelings to folk, but smiling in folks' face, acting like they like him. But in actuality, they really didn't. And then the person find out. Talking on the phones got people problems, and talking behind the scenes got people in trouble because they done gave people information about certain people, and then they all up kick in their face like they good friends. See, that's what talking behind the scenes will get you. Yeah, that's talking behind the scenes the wrong way. The wrong way. Now, there are a few content creators that I talk to off of YouTube, but it ain't everyday A. It is for situations that I may need to reach out to them to get clarity or understanding. I do not call content creators 24/7. And when I do call, it's specific. It's about a pressing issue, and we move on. I ain't calling them saying, how was your day today? My day was fine. How was your day? Well, see, that's how people get caught up. Yeah. Mm-mm. We talk about actor stuff. We talk about scenes. I'm not talking about, we talk about upcoming movies. Girl, we be talking about union dues and stuff. Anyway. So, yeah. So, anyway, y'all, I listened to Read the Heart of Philadelphia. Honey, she is conspiracy theory, baby. Ooh, she about the conspiracy theories. But Reed say her predictions and readings be coming true. She said she don't care what y'all girls be talking about. Reed say her stuff be coming true. She said her stuff be on the money. She got to give it. She got to use it. So what made me laugh this morning was she was talking about pizza. Mm-hmm. Now the girls were saying that pizza was a little jealous. And they were saying it was giving off less bacterial teeth. And that's what the girls said, that pizza was a little jealous. So I did listen to Read the Heart of Philadelphia this morning. And it was very interesting. So Reed hypothesis is that this heat, and I'm not talking about what they did in Miami, I'm done with that. But I'm talking about what the heat was, Read the Heart of Philadelphia was talking about. Reed said that Pizarro bought this heat to stir it up on the spaceship. And, you know, she was good with that. But she didn't know that Ness was going to come in the picture, and she didn't know they were going to fall in love. And that got Pizarro in her feelings. Now, that's according to Read the Heart of Philadelphia, Lord. Jesus. All right. What's up, Goddess Queen Tulsa? Good morning. So anyway, that's according to Read the Heart of Philadelphia, child. It's just interesting. I think the whole thing is interesting, honey. And these people, I swear they don't have nothing to do. Usually, when you see me, it's in a car going somewhere or late at night because ain't nobody got time to be looking at these videos and all these people. And the stuff ain't even good. Let me say this. If I had to choose William Carruthers, Legale, Watermelon Sugar, read my book, maybe I'm going to choose that because that is giving me real life drama. That is giving me stuff. It seems like Natasha really loves William. It seems like William is really love Tasha, but maybe there's other elements. William is flirtatious. You had the hospital room. Then you had the guy. Then you got the liar girl. You got the town crier. aka crying town liar, telling everybody that there was under the robe pictures, under the gown pictures. Baby, it was giving me everything. This thing here, it didn't really get, let me say this, it didn't get popping until On-Site April came in and started talking about them special treats. And that's when it really, really hit. It got bubbling hot because it was really geriatric before she came. They really need to thank On-Site April because On-Site April came in and sizzled it up a little bit. So their story is helped because of the people who don't like them. Now, with the regards of On-Site April, but that's how that story works with Ness and this heat because folk don't like them. Had they not made those missteps, child, we would have been asleep and going to the next thing. Child, we would have been moving to juicecation. And that's the truth. It wasn't because of y'all excellent acting skills. It was because somebody mentioned a special treat. It was because, let me tell you something. This heat, her being introverted, yeah. It was other people. It was surrounding people who made that story. Cause yeah. Anyway, moving right along. What else is going on this morning, you all? They truly believe that submersible that was where they found the debris field near the Titanic, they probably had an implosion, meaning that those men died instantly, which was unfortunate, but they never had a chance because of the implosion, and this thing was untested. And that's one thing that really was interesting too, that the sub was untested. It didn't get a third-party certification. So you all, like I said, y'all be careful with these things. I ain't saying that, but first of all, $250,000 to get into a test tube, that's crazy. Anyway, moving right along. Pride was good, I heard, in San Antonio. We also learned that Christopher W. is alive, that somebody was having a whole memorial service, a whole funeral, and the man is still alive. Hopefully that person has enough tact and decorum to apologize to Christopher W. I mean, child, they had the man dead as a doorknob, and he yet alive. Ooh, Lord, baby, they're gonna have to clean up this, baby. They're gonna have to clean this up. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Baby, they're gonna have to clean this up. Jesus. So hopefully we see these people at Pride this morning at church. Anyway, but Christopher W. is alive, you all. Why do you think people are deading or unaliving, as people would say, Chris W.? I don't get that. Chris don't bother nobody. He's in everybody's chat. He seems like a balanced person. You know, I know he had some health issues, but not unto death. So why are people unaliving him? I just don't get that. This is the third time that I heard that this man has gone on to glory and he's been here. I mean, where did this start? I'm just saying, because I'm like, this is the third time. Jesus. All these resurrections. He was dead, but now he's alive. Oh, this coffee is so good, y'all. I swear it's good today. It has something special in it today, though. Let me stop. It could have something special in it. Let me stop. Anyway, you all. Well, the man might be dying, but that don't mean he dead. Jesus. The man took his page down a little bit to rest. And at some point, I'm going to take my page down to rest a little bit. I mean, and then I'm going to chill. I'm going to do that. I mean, I'm being honest. So when I do that, that don't mean that somebody ran me off of YouTube. That don't mean I'm unalive. That means that I might need a break. Everybody needs some time away. I heard him say, from each other. Come on now. Everybody needs some time away. So that's right. Everybody dying, girl. Well, look, y'all, I am at my destination. Y'all have a good time at church if you're going to church or wherever you go worship. Um, what I think about Fish denouncing V. Lenore, Pastor. Oh, that's what's going on now. Let me say this. I know that I don't get along. Well, let me roll that back. I don't have a problem with V. Lenore. V. Lenore and I, when we don't have people interfering, we're fine. But V. Lenore is a classy woman. Now, I know V. Lenore has gone through some things in her life, but V. Lenore is a church girl. And V. Lenore grabs those people for a reason. V. Lenore has those celebrity interviews for a reason. And V. Lenore has a secret. She has a secret weapon. V. Lenore has a secret weapon. And V. Lenore knows people. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I know how she knows people. I sure do. And V. Lenore is connected. And let me say this: if I didn't like V. Lenore, and I know people think I hate folk, but I really don't. I really don't take people seriously. But if I like your spirit, I like your spirit. It's some people who their spirit I don't like. There's some people's spirit I don't like. And even though V. Lenore and I have had tiffs, V. Lenore has been on someone's side, which I think is really interesting. But hey, everything happens like that. But V. Lenore is not a bad person. V. Lenore has a secret weapon, and I know what it is. And if I didn't like V. Lenore, it would have been stated already. But I think V. Lenore is going to be fine. V. Lenore is always going to be taken care of. Long as V. Lenore, she's going to be taken care of. Look, it ain't no big loss. V. Lenore going to live. V. Lenore gonna live. People denouncing folk, and folk don't even have no working air condition, and they denouncing people. People denouncing folk, and they can't even move. Okay, but they denouncing folk. Child, look, okay, denounce. It seems to me that the people who got the least always doing the most. Hello, somebody. People who doing the least always doing the most. Let me say this: V. Lenore is gonna be fine. I couldn't understand for the life of me why she was over there in the first place, knowing her connections and what she got going on. But I guess people got to do what they got to do. But V. Lenore gonna be fine if that's true. Because you can't denounce V. Lenore. V. Lenore is okay. V. Lenore, let me tell you something. V. Lenore has a connection that she will always be taken care of. Hello, somebody. Now, I know what it is, but she's going to be taken care of. See? Child, people don't understand. V. Lenore don't be getting them celebrity interviews because she cute. You don't know like I know. And while she denouncing people, V. Lenore could have been the one to help her get into the music industry if she was serious about it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. See, people be denouncing folk and they don't know what they denouncing. So all I'm gonna say is, okay, V. Lenore, girl, go on about your business because you really didn't need that in the first place. Go on here, girl. Because it seems like everybody who hook up with that person loses. or instead of increasing, they always decreasing. All right, you can't enlarge your territory with somebody who trying to take it. You can't enlarge your territory when somebody trying to encroach on it. And see, people get mad at me because I'm like, okay, the sky's the limit for you. You got your 1,000 people, boo. Expand on it. I'm not gonna sit here and dictate what you should say and what you shouldn't say and da da da. My thing is, I'm gonna try to get you in a situation where you ain't getting flagged and they ain't taking your stuff. Now, the only reason they took me down is because somebody porn bombed me. That's the only thing you can do. And now I'm hip to it, but they couldn't do anything. I didn't curse. I didn't do all of that foolish stuff. I didn't use their pictures. I didn't have to do that kind of stuff. So my thing is, you ain't never heard me talking about something. I done been struck for 7 days and all that stuff because I don't do that kind of stuff. People will sacrifice you. Girl, it's just like, girl, get a wig, get a lace front, and put all them colors in your hair. Don't put them colors in your hair so you be bald-headed. Smart women get an old nasty piece of human hair wig, and they put all the colors in the wig, and they save their hair. All I'm telling you to do is save your hair. Stop letting people put chemicals in your hair. Get a wig. And sometimes you got to get a wig. Oh, Lord, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't like that kind of teaching. Get a wig. Put all the colors you want on the wig. Don't put it in your hair. People want you to put the chemicals in your hair so you'll be bald-headed. Girl, you better stop it. So all I'm going to say, if that is true, V. Lenore, go on and do your thing. Because let me say this, V. Lenore ain't going to be hurt. I'm going to tell you what, V. Lenore is going to be taken care of. V. Lenore ain't living in no apartment with a non-functioning air conditioning. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. And let me say this. Y'all know on these YouTube streets, me and V. Lenore have been oil and water. But I like V. Lenore. It's just sometimes people will pit people against each other, and folk don't even know that I'm really not hating them. I think people really think I hate them. Let me say this. I don't hate nobody on YouTube because it ain't worth it. I don't know you personally. We don't have no property together. So I don't really hate you. But there are some people on YouTube I never want to be involved with because some of these people came out of the house of Slytherin. And y'all see that Slytherin people will always be Slytherin people. It is very rare. It is a very rare occasion that a Slytherin will be completely delivered. Now, there are some Slytherins that are trustworthy. But honey, these Slytherins, you got to watch them. You got to watch them. Felicia, Patricia, Ava, Love Vibes, Just Me. You got to watch these Slytherins. Now, I would trust a Hufflepuff because, baby, they just goofy and all they want to do is grow things. Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, I'm good with them. But them Slytherins, baby, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and Ravenclaw, they good. They good. They good. But honey, that Slytherins be lying. Slytherins be trying to get numbers at any cost. Slytherins, baby, they'll turn on themselves. I don't be messing with them Slytherins. I will mess with Hufflepuff any day. Gryffindor and Ravenclaw any day. But them Slytherins, you got to watch them, boo. You got to watch them. Patricia, Juicycation gonna be on, girl. Ooh, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. I got my little romper ready, baby. I'm gonna be lounging. I'm gonna have some suntan oil on. I'm gonna be glistening. Baby, it's gonna be on. I'm gonna take my little shades off. I'm gonna have my little contacts in. Woo. I'm working on legs today, so it's leg day today. It's gonna be titty day on Monday because I'm working on my titties and everything. And then I'm gonna start doing some leg crunches for my JJ. That's the girl say. Let me tell you something. But JJ and titties, baby, somebody like it. And this is what, again, if it just tickles me, somebody husband got a whole D cup over there. Okay, we done passed training brawl. Okay, we in big girl titty brawls over there and got a gut like Fat Albert. But yeah, talking about me. And I'm like, girl, you must think I'm hot. Because looking at your husband and looking at me, baby, you must think I'm hot. Because if he don't look like a piece of spam over there, girl, if he don't look like a piece of pork chop, okay, and bacon and jowls over there, girl, you better go somewhere. I know you loving me. Wipe me down, because honey, your husband looking like a big old pig on a spit. Like I need to turn him over there. Girl, you better go somewhere. His feet swelling up. Ava, let me say this. Ava, let me say this. Sometimes you don't repay evil with evil. And I knew something, and I knew some people, and I could call them right now. But you don't do evil for evil. And this is why I question these people with Christian values, because it's one thing to roast and gag on these YouTubes, but when you do some livelihood, because like I said, I could have put out some stuff where people would have been calling and it would have been a big mess, but you just don't do that kind of stuff. Because again, I like V. Lenore. Some people get misguided. Some people let folk push them to do things. And I think that's sad. No one is ever going to push me to do something that is detrimental against myself. Again, don't think that I don't have J Dunn's information, because when J Dunn had put my phone number out, people don't understand that somebody know exactly where she works, the office, supervisor, and all. I'm like, nope. I told that person thank you, but no thank you. I'm sorry. Because it's, first of all, if I do that, that makes me no better than her. If I do that, then you know, it just opens me up, and I don't advocate that. And I truly believe that if I have something with you, then we deal with that on YouTube, because you just don't do that stuff outside of YouTube. And I hold to that, because if I start doing that stuff, then I'm weak. Now, when it comes to criminal stuff, you got to handle some things. And everybody want to talk about, well, Jay, you know, you called Tracy. First of all, and again, I'm going to say this. Tracy may have said, hey, I'm on the line, or I'm online. Maybe I didn't hear her. But that was not meant for everybody's ears and consumption. But since it was out there, I'm going to put it out there. When you start doing criminal stuff, I am going to prosecute. When you start doing stuff that is criminal, oh, I will call the cops. I will go through the legal system. And all I needed was a number for the police. So I'm very upfront and clear about that. And that one working behind the scenes. That was like, I need that number because I'm getting ready to call the police. And that's exactly what I did. And I had no problem doing that. So let me be very clear. Lovely Love lives right in San Antonio, right? You will never see me up there trying to roll up to Lovely Love's job. Now, was I petty back in the day? Oh, yes, I was. But it's a difference between petty and criminal. And I'm not going to do anything that's criminal. Petty, maybe. Criminal, absolutely not. And that's what we got to get to. I am not trying to take nobody's money from their pockets. I'm not trying to mess with people's gainful employment. I don't do that kind of stuff. Because when it turns back, when that junk turns back, it's a booger. So what you meet out there, what you put out there, be prepared to get back. And this is what I tell you all. If it happens to one person, it can happen to you. And it's funny. And I go back to that breed thing again. And I know People talking about something, you got a problem with Bree. No, I'm just, first of all, again, I'm glad that she's doing her weight loss. I'm glad she's doing all of that stuff. That's great. I am happy because of that. But when you talk about other folk, when they're making their journey, and then you make your journey, and then you get pissed off, and then you want to be a martyr because you losing weight, and folk trying to, no, ma'am. You sat there and you talked about people, you made fun of people, you said all kind of stuff against people. Now you getting it, and you feeling some kind of way about it. And you're gonna have a snatched body and all of this. But boo, whether your body is snatched or not, you only getting what you put out. You put that out there, so now you are getting it, and now you don't like it. But before you start talking about people, you better remember that that can happen to you. Remember that. So let me say this again. Whether I have a home or live in an apartment, whether I have 2 cars or 1 car, whether I make 6 figures or no figures, I'm still Jay Wilson, and I'm still gonna love who I am. And no one on YouTube will affect my day and how I'm gonna move forward. And I'm real about that, because I do not live for people's approval on YouTube. I don't. People can call it arrogance. People can call it whatever. I call it confidence in me and loving who I am. Whether I was fat or skinny, I'm going to love who I am. And you know what? When you love who you are, people will love you as well. But when you insecure and you don't know who you are, honey, folk will have you doing all kind of stuff. You can't have me going to fight nobody. You can't. I make my decision who I'm going to fight with, not because I'm scared of nobody, but some people ain't worth the fight. Some people, that's all they live for is the fight. And I try to prevent it, because if I can prevent you from making some money because I don't like you, I'm going to do it. So don't ever get it twisted that Jay Wilson is scared of somebody. No, 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 no. I choose my fights. I'm going to choose who I'm going to fight. Some fights ain't worth it. Some fights ain't worth it. And so with that said, I done said enough. But let me get on off here, because I got to get up here for this breakfast. But y'all have a good one. I'm sure between now and service, I'm going to pop off. But hey, you all have a good one. Love yourself. And remember, what you put out there is what you're going to get back. Peace and love. Y'all take care.